How's it going, guys? It's the Peruvian trucker back with another video. And today I would like to take a moment and talk about accountability and honesty and, well, holding oneself accountable. I want this video to be more of a discussion, so if you have any thoughts or comments, just write them down below and maybe I'll make a follow-up video regarding them. Let's get to it. Okay guys, so I made a video a couple days ago for April Fools where I was claiming that Lease is a scam, that I got scammed going to Prime. Obviously that's not the case. I love Prime. Prime has provided a lot for me, and I'm hoping that it'll continue to provide for me. So of course take all the information that I'm going to bring up with a grain of salt. After all, we're all free thinking people, free thinking agents, and you are free to make your own opinion or formulate your own opinion. Do as much research as you can to, formulate your own opinion. But anyway, so I use that as an opportunity to troll the people that just cry in the comments saying that Lease is a scam, that Prime is a scam, or that Prime is a business that only cares about money. And don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't have empathy for any of those people. For sure, I understand that there are situations that are out of our control that may cause for us to have misfortunate things happen to us. Whether that is losing a leased truck or a lease purchase truck, or losing a business, or losing, whether it is personally or financially, there are things out of our control that may happen. I understand that there are situations that are beyond our control, but I truly believe that when someone holds themselves accountable and they're honest with themselves, you can look back and more often than not, you can see what could have been changed to prevent a bad outcome. Rarely is there nothing that could have been done. And of course, if you hold yourself accountable and you're honest with yourself, then you can honestly look back and say that you did everything you could have. But more often than not, that's not the case. And when I see the comments where people say that Lease is a scam, or that they lost their trucks or whatever, I can't speak for their situations. Honestly, I cannot. Based on my experience and how I've protected myself, if that's the right word, or taking the measurements to stay afloat, or be mildly successful, if you want to say that, I can make some assumptions on what might have happened to some of the people that maybe didn't succeed at Prime or succeed at Leasing. But again, I don't know. But I'll tell you this, the fact that they just cry Lease is a scam, or Prime only cares about money, or whatever they do, without providing context, is an indicator to me of a lack of accountability. Or of course they may just want to keep it private. But if that's the case, then why? I mean, they're trying to have their cake and eat it too, I guess. If you're gonna go out of your way to slander a company, or slander anyone, or claim anything, I think that the least that you should do is provide a basis for it. So, yeah. Clearly these people don't do that, and that's why I make that video. But anyway, I digress. But again, on the subject of accountability, it is a subject that I'm really passionate about, guys, because for the longest time, I didn't hold myself accountable. Honestly, it wasn't until trucking that I was forced to hold myself accountable because, being out here by myself, for the most part, you have to learn to be self-reliant. And the only way to be self-reliant, the only way to rely on yourself is to be honest with yourself and hold yourself accountable. If you lie to yourself, you might as well jump off a cliff. You'll never learn from your mistakes if you don't hold yourself accountable, and that means that you'll never be successful. Honestly, I mean, well, never say never, right? You may be lucky. Maybe I've been lucky. Who knows? Well, obviously, with the subject of accountability and all these people in the comments, I have to talk a little bit about Prime. Personally, I think that Prime is a fairly transparent company. When it comes to Lease, at least, there's been no surprises. Everything's been pretty upfront, pretty cut and dry. And actually, Cahoon Couple Trucking made a video not too long ago where they broke down the leasing agreement. So I'm going to drop a link in the description below for that. If you're looking into coming into Prime, or you just want to get more information or more context on what these people are claiming that is not true, you can check that video out. But in my experience, again, at least when it comes to leasing, Prime has been very transparent. I've had no surprises, and obviously I did my research and took the measurements to protect myself as much as I could. And when you're making a big decision in life, whether that is a career change like getting into trucking, or going lease, or buying a house, or signing a car lease, even like just a regular car lease, it's up to you, the lessee or the employee or the client or whatever, to do all the research, take all the measurements, because you have to protect yourself. No one's going to do that for you. And based on what I've seen, based on how quickly things can go sideways on the road, I can see a couple of situations in which someone may lose their truck or be upside down, or in the hole to a point where they gotta leave. Again, I can't speak for every individual that says that Lease is a scam and their situations, but I can see how you can lose your truck, Maybe like taking a longer home time that you should have, and then you come back on the road. Things like not having enough money saved up to cover a breakdown, or cover getting backed into, hitting a deer, down in the shop for a mechanical failure, and not having enough money to overcome that situation. And there's no one to blame for those situations but oneself. And you can be the safest driver on the road, and nothing is shielding you from those things. I mean, a four-wheel vehicle can just hit you, or someone can back into you, a deer can jump. Now, another thing that's also in the comments is that people will say that Prime only cares about money. That actually makes me laugh. Like, I don't understand these people, because I am yet to learn of a company that's for profit that doesn't care about money. Now, whether it's Apple or Prime, they all care about money, and I guess each company figures what's more important to them to stay profitable. Some companies will treat their employees well because they understand that in the long term that generates loyalty, that creates loyalty from the employees towards the company, and ultimately that can bring more revenue. Some people just care about money right now. You know, businesses are like, the sole purpose of a business is to make money, is to make a profit. So whether it's Best Buy or Apple or Prime, that is the end goal. I personally think that that's assumed, that unless it's a non-profit company or non-for-profit, every single free-thinking, down-to-earth adult, I guess, knows this. Yet, you see comments of people claiming that that a company that's for profit only cares for money, and that's supposed to be a bad thing, I guess. Nice. Now, with all that being said, if you choose to buy a car sight unseen on the other side of the country with the intention of driving it across the country, you don't inspect it, you drive to a road in the middle of nowhere, and you break down, that's when you can blame other people. Thank you for watching. I may be wrong. No, I'm good. Thank you, guys. Have a good one. I'm out here trying to record this video for 2 hours. First the microphone fails, then it's freaking windy, and I'm freezing to death, but here we are.